Right, yes, people. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 simple but unusual steps anyone can do to boost the testosterone to 1,000 plus nanograms per deciliter quickly. Firstly, why even bother to boost your testosterone levels? Like, why even bother? Testosterone in men is the key driver behind motivation, libido, work ethic, drive, energy. If you got low T levels, you're going to struggle with motivation, drive. You're just gonna find it hard to do things like. But the opposite's true. When your T levels are high, you're motivated. You want to be in the gym. You want to work. Hard work feels exciting. Lifting heavy feels exciting. Like struggle feels good. If you've never had high T before, it may be a bit confusing what I'm saying. But when you boost your T levels up, effort feels good. Like you're in the gym, you get excited to go to the gym. Like it's a weird kind of feeling, but like struggle and effort and the hard stuff starts to feel good. Pause. So any man that's ever boosted his testosterone levels naturally will know what I'm talking about. Dopamine's through the roof, you just feel good. You know what I mean? So here we got a graph showing the testosterone levels in the USA. It's a bit blurry, but this is the only one I could find. But as you can see, since like the 1960s, they've just been slowly decreasing. So like the levels, say like a 67-year-old used to have back in the day, this is now what young men have today. So they're getting real low, and it's a combination of things. It's like the microplastics or unnatural lifestyles, people just sitting down and not working out, they're eating lots of processed foods. So it's not just one thing, but it's a combination of all the unhealthy stuff that's going on kind of within our society. So it's all of this is messing up people's testosterone. Are they meaning to do it? Is it like a conspiracy thing? It's hard to say, but they're going down. Number one is going to be diet. Diet is the number one way to boost overall testosterone levels alongside proper training and recovery, which I will speak on later in this video. Dietary cholesterol from healthy sources is probably the most important thing for high testosterone levels. Cholesterol is literally the building blocks for testosterone. So if you haven't got adequate cholesterol in your diet, you're not going to be producing optimum hormones. So some healthy sources of healthy cholesterol and healthy fats. It's going to be eggs. I recommend 6 per day minimum if you really are serious about your hormone health. Grass-fed butter, grass-fed steaks, wild caught salmon. You get in your omega 3s, lots of healthy fats, good for your skin, stuff like that. Olives, this one's a cheat code for overall health. If you throw in olives into your diet, you're going to see just massive health changes overall. It's very good, anti-inflammatory, stuff like this. Raw milk, I left it last, but this is probably one of my favorite sources. Alongside raw honey, you throw in the raw milk into your diet, you see big changes overall. The stuff I'm telling you, take a test before, take a test after, 1 or 2 months after, and just see the changes. I'm not just smoking some crack and just coming up with this stuff. This is real stuff I've applied for myself. I've seen it work for other people, so try it. Try it out for yourself and just see the results. Intermittent fasting as well is great for overall health. This will support your hormones indirectly. I recommend you push your first meal back 5 to 6 hours after you wake up. Intermittent fasting can also help to enhance your fat burning. So right now I'm fasted. I'm just drinking water, and I feel great. I got energy. I'm ready to go. I just want to work. So here we got diet and cholesterol explained further. There is a great book called The Cholesterol Myth, written by a famous doctor that everyone should check out. Everyone should read it. If you are interested, you want to see the research, you should check it out. Like I said, I'm not just some random guy just coming up with nothing. This is real stuff based on research from good doctors, and I've tried it for myself. This is what works for me, and I'm just sharing the best with you. Alongside your cholesterol and protein, you also need a balance of carbs and fats. Some people try to go low carb or they try to go low fat, but both of this is a no-no for hormones. If you go low on any of these, it's going to mess you up. Some people who are on steroids, they're on anabolics, They cut out carbs, they cut out fats, and that's fine. But as naturals, we do not want to be doing that. You want to have healthy carbs from good sources, such as like sweet potatoes, raw honey, regular potatoes, organic rice, real sourdough bread. Oats can be good as well. Obviously, see what works for you. Maybe you have your carbs more later in the day, because sometimes you have carbs early in the morning. It messes you up, it slows you down a bit. So just see what works for you. But you definitely need carbs in your diet. Just make sure you're getting them from healthy sources. Fats as well, absolutely essential for testosterone. If you go low fat, it's going to mess you up. So good healthy fat sources are going to be things like ribeye steaks, avocados, olives, like butter, cheese, healthy sources of fats. You guys are not stupid. Just, you know what I mean? Healthy fats, you just want to balance. Don't go too strict with it. Balance the carbs, balance the fats, high protein, high cholesterol. That is what you need. So number 2, we got supplementation. There are a few supplements that are proven to boost testosterone levels naturally and safely. There's a few essential vitamins, micronutrients, minerals, amino acids that if you are lacking in and you add them to your diet, you're going to drastically affect your hormone levels. So a few of the most effective that I've seen that are natural, they're safe, I've tried on myself, done my research on, it's going to be vitamin D3 plus K2. You want the K2 because it helps with absorption, so it's a good one to have. We've got boron. This one is found naturally in This is found naturally in small amounts in certain foods such as apples, stuff like this. It's hard to get enough through diet alone, so supplementing with this can be very helpful. So we've got Tonka Ali. So Tonka Ali is a powerful natural herb. If you haven't heard of it, it's a very, very good one to take. It can increase both overall and free testosterone levels, and it's the safest herb, and it's the only one I typically recommend, unlike Fordogia agrestis. We don't know how safe that is. Research showing it can actually be toxic. With Tonka Ali, it's shown to be very safe in studies, so this is the one I recommend, and it's very powerful as well. Don't underestimate kind of the benefits of this one. We've got magnesium. If you're low in magnesium, this can definitely hurt your testosterone levels. Magnesium's great for overall health and it's good for your sleep, stress, muscles. If you're low in magnesium, this is going to mess up your testosterone. We've got zinc. This one alone is probably the most important for high T levels. Modern foods actually lack adequate zinc. You can get zinc from stuff like steak, eggs, butter, salmon, stuff like this. So if you're low in zinc, this one's going to mess you up. So make sure you're supplementing with zinc if you don't get enough in your diet. And lastly, we got forskelly. So this is another safe natural herb that very few people actually know about. Not a lot of people talk about this one, but this is a very powerful herb. It works by reducing the estrogen, so it can offset the damage of all the microplastics and all the kind of toxins and stuff in our environment. So forskelly, this is a very powerful one to take. Very, very good one. All of these supplements here have been proven to boost testosterone levels. If you take all of these in the proper amounts, alongside proper training and stuff, which we'll get onto, you will see a boost in your testosterone. Some people say supplements are a waste of time. Try these for yourself and tell me it's a waste of time. No waste of time at all. Right, so number 3, we got proper training and recovery. You don't want to overdo it. There's a sweet spot to it. So training at the right amounts is absolutely essential for your T levels. Like I said, not too much, not too little. There's a sweet spot to it. So a lot of people in the gym 5-6 days per week and they're just overdoing it. Little do they know, if they pushed it down to 3 or 4 days per week, sometimes even 2 days per week, hard sessions for 1 hour each, they will actually see more progress. They're spending less time, they're seeing more progress, they're getting stronger, they're putting on more muscle, their testosterone is going to be higher. They're going to see more progress. On your rest days, of course, you can do a bit of yoga, you can do some light cardio, you can do some stretching, maybe a bit of swimming. But if you're in the gym, lifting heavy, going hard, you should not be in the gym more than 3 or 4 days max per week. To see progress in the gym, you need to let your muscles and your nervous system recover. In the gym, less is oftentimes more. Work out hard, 1 hour, 3 days per week, and you're actually going to see more gains. Like I said, don't just take my word for it. Try this for yourself. There's a very well-known person, you've probably heard of him, Greg O'Gallagher. He goes a lot into this. He's got one of the best natural physiques in the game. And this is what he works out sometimes 2 days per week. This is what he does. So I definitely recommend to look into his approach. He's like dialed the kind of the fitness, nutrition side of things. So I'd recommend to look into him. He goes deep into this. So number 4, we got stress management. Stress management is often overlooked for testosterone, but it's arguably the most important step for high T levels and overall health. Stress is linked to almost 90% of all illnesses. They've done studies, most diseases, most illnesses, stuff like that is caused from stress. Stress not only affects your whole body negatively, aging you faster, making you look worse, feel worse, cause inflammation. I could just go on. Like, stress is just, you want to avoid stress where possible. And it also heavily messes up your T levels. So the number one way to combat stress is through meditation. I would recommend to meditate for 1 to 2 times per day for 15 to 20 minutes. You can do one in the morning as soon as you wake up. And my favorite book on the meditation subject is going to be Stress Less, Accomplish More by Emily Fletcher. I'd recommend everyone to look into this book. If you're serious about taking care of yourself, serious about optimizing your hormones, performing better in life, looking better, recommend to get the stress down. Great way to do it is through meditation. And the best book I've personally come across and the best approach, I've tried various different meditation approaches. The best one I've seen, or the most simplest, easiest to stick to, best benefits, is by Emily Fletcher. So recommend to look into that one. Right, we've got number 5, last but not least, sleep. Sleep, again, is essential for proper hormonal health. Could have easily placed this as number 1. Aim to get 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep per night. Experiment, see what works for you. All the things I'm telling you, you need to experiment for yourself. I can't just give you a blueprint. I can give you the rough ideas, but you need to take these ideas and you need to see what works for you. No one on the internet can tell you what works for you. They can give you rough guidelines and ideas and principles and methodologies, but you need to experiment with yourself. So this stuff does work, but just roughly tailor it to yourself. So with sleep, need to be optimizing your sleep, getting the best quality sleep and the amount of sleep that you personally need. Master your sleep. Some of the benefits of proper sleep is going to be, of course, proper hormones, high levels, high T levels, stuff like that, high energy levels. When you're sleeping, you recover better, you get stronger, you perform better in and outside of the gym. You've got an improved immune system, better emotional regulation, and stress resilience. Improved work performance, better mood, less inflammation. I could go on and on and on about the benefits of sleep. Obviously, if you are interested in just sleep alone, I can create another video on this, but make sure you are locking in your sleep. It's absolutely essential to recover properly, to have high T levels, high energy levels. If you're not sleeping well, you can't push yourself in the gym. You're not going to get stronger. When you got proper sleep, you got your sleep dialed in, you're going to get stronger quicker, you're going to feel better, higher T levels. So make sure you lock in your sleep. If you are interested in the benefits of sleep, I can create another video on this, or you can research another professional on the subject. So guys, all this stuff I'm teaching you, apply it. Don't just watch this video and just go and just watch another one. Really apply these habits. Take a test before, take a test after, say like 1 or 2 months after, of applying these habits, taking these supplements, train in the way I'm telling you to train. Your T levels are going to be up. I've seen people go from like 500 to like 900. I've seen people get 1,000 plus. So if you apply these habits, you do them every day, you take action, you will see incredible results. So yeah, let me know how you get on.